What do you get if a Scotsman and an Irishman go to a West Ham game? This fan cam. Connor, how you doing? Nice to see you. Pleasure to have you down here. What do you make of today's game?
Overall, as much as the scoreline doesn't reflect it, I do think it was a good performance, especially in the first half. I think a lot of players pulled their weight in the first half, and unfortunately, City, they kind of turned up the gas a bit, if you will, in the second half, and it was almost end to end in the second half where City were countering and they were a lot stronger than we were. Initially, when I saw the squads come out, I saw two holding midfielders and I started to worry because, well, what I thought would be a better decision would be for Rice to be in that holding midfield, but play more of an attacking role as a team and really take it to Man City. But I was surprised how well that actually worked out in the first half of Wilshere and Rice in that holding midfield position. I thought we played really, really well. City were just clinical at the end of the day, taking their chances. That was it.
You're not the first one to say we played really well in the first half, but not the second half. Yeah. And I agree with you. But was it a case of City just didn't play that good in the first half, or what did we do wrong in the second half then? Which one is it?
I think it was a bit of both, really. I think we held our position really well in the first half, but players started to wander within the second half. But I do also think, from a City perspective, that they were quite quiet initially to begin with, and then, when it was only kind of 1-0, 2-0, they started really kind of putting their foot on the gas and really trying to pressure our defenders, which is completely fair enough from the reigning champions, really. But yeah.
Sometimes to get the advantage over teams like Man City, you need to spring a surprise. Pellegrini did that, started Mikel Antonio. Did you agree with that decision?
To agree with it, no. I thought he would play Fornals in kind of a 4-1-4-1 with Haller up front. I think Antonio did all right. But I can see where Pellegrini was coming from, starting Antonio and saying, look, Fornals, you really need to earn your position here. It's not just going to be handed to you, being 22 years old, it's not just going to be handed to you where you're going to start every game. Kind of earn that right and claim a stake, because Antonio's been here for 3-4 years now, so even beyond that, so really earn your stake and then put your name on the team sheet, really.
Any players stand out for you for a good performance? There's been a few players, when I've spoken to other people, they've been happy with certain players. Which one stood out for you that you think actually he had a good game today?
Really, Haller or Alero, however you want to pronounce it. I just do think he put in a really, really, really good performance, because on paper he is a striker, isn't he? But I think he kind of came in and played like an attacking midfielder role really well, and his first touch was superb today. Really, really good, an exciting prospect. In the first half, I thought he was completely faultless. You couldn't fault him for anything. So it's really, really exciting to see him where he is.
Is it just a case of it's Man City, we write off, and our season sort of theoretically starts next week against Brighton?
It was a good indication of how the way we played today was a good indication of how we would play next week, I think. And there's a lot of positives to take out of how we played from this week. A performance like that against Brighton would certainly get a result, I think. It's just Man City, we as West Ham fans just have to understand that they're a dominant force, and we have to accept that. But there were a lot of positives to take out from today.
Fantastic, Connor. Thank you very much for coming down. I appreciate it. Nice to meet you. Take care.
Cheers.